Hello everyone, greeting from Costa del Sol. This is Santiago, Realtor. I am very thankful for everyone that contacted me last year and we worked together. But this year we are going all in. I'm going to produce more videos related to the ones that worked the best last year. Some of the videos that you love was the top 5 videos where I do a selection of the new developments and the investment opportunities we have on the Costa del Sol. And I would like to go a little bit more deeper in my analysis, and that's what the whole video about. Top 5 new developments, investment opportunities in 2025. Let's go for it straight away. The first project that I'm analyzing today is called Cala Swing. It's from the developer Culmia. It's one of the new releases that we had last year, at the end of last year, and it's been very popular. They're selling very quickly, but I think it's interesting because of the location where it is. It's a project that is on pre-sale right now. They're expecting that the construction license will be delivered in July this year, but hopefully it will be a little bit earlier, right? So this is something that I am looking after very closely because the prices are very attractive and the location is in La Cala de Mijas, so it's a very demanded place as well. First things first, the average price for Cala Swing is around 429, all right? There are units which cost 400, 600, but there are also one-bedroom apartments, frontline golf, which are very interesting, around the 270 more or less, all right? The price range also depends about the size, obviously, but the orientation. There are some units which are west facing, some units are east facing, frontline golf, so it depends a lot. Regarding the price per square meter, this property have 3,477 in average, the price per square meter. And also the fact is that this developer is very orientated into technology. Culmia is one of the big developers of Spain, and they are popular for building nice landscaped communal area, so I expect that the pool will look very nice. They also are very into technology, so the house will have good domotics and good technology, isolation, it's an energy efficiency A. So we are speaking about one of the great developments right now under construction, and I expect the final result in the buildings itself, the facade, the structure itself will have a good result. So quality materials, I give it a 7, right? In this price range, you don't expect to have something super luxurious, but Culmia as well is not using the cheaper, so we are somewhere in the middle high of the quality materials related to the appliances, right? As well, the location, I give it a 9. It's in La Cala de Mijas. You're close to golf and close to the beach. It's a good combination, and it's a very good demanded place. It's not frontline beach, so it's not gonna get, it's a bit, it's close because it's 5-minute drive, but you can really walk to the beach from there, so that's why I lose the point. But the location is literally in front of the Calanova golf course, and you are less than 5 minutes drive to the beach of La Cala de Mijas. So it's a great location. Related to the views, I give it an 8. This is one of the weakest part of this project. It's a very nice views, to be honest. You have this mountain views, and in the night looks fantastic to see the Mijas village. But some units on the west side, they don't have nice views, right? You will be facing the pool, but that's why I lose a couple of points. Related to the timing, I give it a 5 because it's a project which is on pre-sale. We don't know exactly when it's going to be finished. We're expecting at the end of 2027, somewhere around that, right? And the project is going to be built in 2 phases. So when the people who phase 1 in the first building 1 and 2 will move, we'll still have construction behind them on the other side of the pool, and the timing is not really ideal for the project. That's why I give it a 5. The construction company also give them a 5 because it's not decided yet. With Culmia and with the actual situation we have on the Costa del Sol, the high demand, Culmia not always choose the best construction companies to execute their projects. That's why they lose a couple of points over there. But we still don't know who is going to execute this. As soon as they have the private purchase contract and they proceed with signing a contract with the construction company, maybe we'll get a little bit better than that, right? So maybe this could be increased. Related to customer service, they are okay. They have a very good attention to their clients. They also follow up with all of them and all their needs. So it's given a 9 in this point. The capital gain is also a 9. You can't make a good investment if you don't have a good price. This is a very interesting price for that location in La Cala de Mijas. So I give it a 9 points in that by a total of 52 for this new development, Cala Swing in La Cala de Mijas. The next new development that we are analyzing, I would say, is the number 4, is the Horizonte Village, okay? The average price per square meter in Horizonte Village is 1.1 million, okay? But it's because this whole urbanization that they are doing is, there are a lot of villas and plenty of apartments, only 4 blocks of apartments, and I would like to focus in the opportunity that we are experiencing here. All right, the apartments are around the 500, right? There are 2 bedrooms for 520, some ground floors with 3 beds in the corner are very attractive prices, and the price per square meter in this new development is 3,257 euros per square meter, right? The location of Higueron is around the 4,000. This is Buena Vista, a bit more on the other side, behind the Higueron restaurant, for the ones who know the location. And this new development, under that price range, we are in these qualities, close to the average price of new builds in Costa del Sol, which is 3,000. What it's giving us is that at the end of the day, these are very big, spacious apartments. Some units have close to 200 square meters. That reminds me successful developments that was Royal Palms back in the moments, and the qualities are really extraordinary. So I give Horizonte Village in the quality materials up to a 9, okay? It's true that the units in the lower price are a little bit worse in qualities, but in general, this is a fantastic qualities. You can see it straight from the render. It's a great architect studio. Eute Arquitectos is one of the top here on the Costa del Sol. Also, the location, I give it an 8. It's very well located, right? We are close to the beach and right in the middle between Marbella and Malaga Airport, right? Only 25 minutes each. But it's true that Buena Vista is a bit more inland compared to the other location, which is the Higueron Hotel and the part which is lower. This neighborhood is a bit more inland. Related to the views, I give it a 10. It's one of the strongest points of this development. They have these perfect sea views that you will expect. I think every single unit, the villas and the apartments, they all have sea views. Even the ground floor apartments, the way that the architects place all the units is absolutely fantastic. I also like these distant sea views, which you can experience the sunrise and sunsets. It's one of the best views you can get. So it's definitely one of the strongest points of this development is the views. Related to the timing, I give it 5 points, okay? We are on pre-sale. They haven't even touched the ground at the moment. They don't have a construction company, so we also have 5 points in this topic. And the customer service, I give it an 8, okay? This is a company that it's a brand new developer, okay? It's a new developer coming to the coast. They are working with experienced architect studio, but I have my doubt in how they react to the clients and their problems, all right? Seems to be that this developer is willing to do the things properly. If you go to the sales office, everybody's very responsive and everything seems to be right. But because I don't really know what's going to happen in the future, so I decided to remove a couple of points there. So I give it an 8 in that topic. And the capital gain is definitely an 8, okay? We are expecting that the whole neighborhood of Buena Vista will have good capital gain. There are a lot of things going on over there, but it's not that impressive results that we are expecting to have down there in the Higueron area. As soon as they will finish the road that is willing to connect with the new road that they're having in the new part of Higueron area, we'll definitely have a great capital gain. But at the present moment in time, we are not sure if this road is really going to happen. But since to be part of the project, we don't have a completion date for the road. But when it's done, definitely a good news for the project. So in total, for the project of Horizonte Village, I give it a 53 points, okay? And that's a great result. It's one of my most interesting project right now because of the qualities, because of the architect studio working on it, the sizes and the views in general. The prices are still attractive, around the 500. There are good units in that price, and obviously something which is such a long run, right? To get it in the early stage, it's just release new development, would be a good sign as well. And the third place is for the development Salvia 2 from the developer Abu, okay? And not a surprise, to be honest, because Salvia the first phase, was very successful and was one of the most popular developments last year on the Costa del Sol. So this new phase is coming right next to Salvia 1, is literally the plus beside. And I truly believe that this is going to be one of the most successful projects this year. The average price is 750,000. There are units, penthouses with very nice views on the top floor, over the million. But also there are units around the 500 and the 600 price range. The price per square meter is 3,556 euros per square meter. So we are over the average price for new builds, but also related to the location and the qualities, I think is a good deal. Quality materials, I give it a 9, and this is one of the developers that add more value to the interior of the properties, and as you can see on the renders, they are absolutely fantastic qualities, and we are expecting that the results will be very high. The location, I give it a 10. San Pedro Alcantara is in Marbella municipality. You are walking distance to the beach, and you are in one of the most desired locations of the whole coast, walking distance to Puerto Banús as well. So this is one of the strongest sides of this, walking distance to schools, supermarkets. You have like a city life, and as well the beach is there with one of the top promenades of the Costa del Sol. The views, I give it a 7. It's one of the weakest side of this project, because it's true that you don't have sea views except on the penthouses, right? San Pedro is very flat, that's why it's so nice to ride bicycles and walk around. But this is a con when it comes to the views. That's why I give it a 7. Related to the timing, I give it a 9. The construction already started, construction license in place. Everything should be fine in that aspect, and it's not a big building with hundreds of apartments, so it will be a short one, more or less. We're a year and a half to completion. Construction company, I give it a 9 as well, because it will be exactly the same company who built the building next door, so the results should be very good as well. Customer service is where this project loses a couple of points. It's in the 7, they give it a 7. What you expect in this price range is a top of the line customer service. It's not like Abu or these developers giving a bad customer service, but they're not that fast responsive, or they are not that providing this quality service that you expect in this price range, so that's why they lose a couple of times. And the capital gain, I also give it a 7. Because the Marbella area in general don't increase much in prices, they don't jump that much, it's already expensive, and there are not many construction going on. There's a project from Taylor Wimpey, a couple of them nearby, but there's not much capital gain in these locations in general. So the total in points for Salvia 2 is 58 on the 3rd position. In the 2nd place of the top developments 2025, I have Solana Village, okay? This is one of my favorite projects. I have several clients over there, and they released just a new phase, the phase 3, that will be ready in the beginning of 2027. This is one of the top locations right now, more popular on the whole Costa del Sol. La Cala Golf Resort is the best golf resort last year, 2024, and this boosts drastically the popularity and everything there around. The average price is 490. There are units about 600, but there are also ground floor apartments for 375,000. So the price per square meter is 4,250. So the units are not that big like in other luxurious apartments, but it's true that the qualities are fantastic. I give it an 8 in the quality materials. It's not something fancy, it's not a luxurious project, but they are medium high in qualities in this way, and everything is very correct. The location, I give it a 9 as well. And this 9, it's because La Cala Resort is an incredible place. It's like an oasis, it's a fantastic, you have everything there. Golf course, 3 golf courses, an academy, you have football fields, paddle tennis, everything you can dream, and plenty of activities to do in the resort. But you are a little bit far from the beach. It's just 10 minutes drive, right? but the location is very beautiful. The only thing it would be that could be closer to the beach. Related to the views is where this project loses more points. It's a 7. It's not like the development doesn't have views. There are units with nice mountain views and some other facing the golf course, but you don't see the sea, and this is where it loses a little bit of the points. As long as they are open, it's also fine. But it's true that the views is not the strongest part of this development. The timing is a 9. Taylor Wimpey is a great builder. This is one of the most reputed construction companies of Spain, and we're expecting that they will, as usual, as in every single project, because they control the whole thing, they control the sales, they control the construction, and they are also the developer. So they have, most of the time, 99% of the time, Taylor Wimpey deliver on time. Construction company is also a 10. This is one of the guarantees that you have in this kind of builders, that the execution of the project is immaculate. They can show you some other apartments ready from phase 1 that you can be sure that they will build exactly the same in the phase 3. So customer service is also a 10. I never seen a developer with such a high standards in customer service. The British are famous for this, and Taylor Wimpey is not letting down anybody. To be honest, they are very responsive. They, even from the inspections and the courtesy visit when you see the apartment, I never seen an apartment that doesn't have not even one single problem. And nothing in the paintings, everything is absolutely perfect, and they take the customer service very seriously. So this is one of the strongest side of it. The capital gain, it's a 9, all right? This is one of the places which are growing the most, right? There are plenty of developments under construction right now in La Cala Resort, and the resort itself is improving. They are investing about 4 million euros in building a tunnel to access from the clubhouse to one of the courses. They are also building nice lake, and they are doing a lot of landscaping in the surroundings of the clubhouse, as well as building a new parking and so on. So one of the main things about Solana is there is a supermarket that's going to be built right in front of you. One of the complaints that they always did about the resort is that there's no supermarket. You always have to drive to La Cala to buy bread or groceries. But in Solana, in front of the phase 3, is going to be built a commercial building, and this will increase a lot the value of this area. And finally, they will have a supermarket, with as well as some other cafeterias and restaurants in the same commercial building. So we're expecting a good capital gain for all the investors of Solana Village this year. So in total for Solana Village, we have 62 points, right? And we give it a second place. And the number 1 project for 2025, not a surprise, is going to be the project Waterfall, all right? This is one of the projects that have been exploding the most in popularity lately. I think it's going to be a great result, because where it's placed is right on top of that hill where everybody could see. When that was going to be built, it's going to look spectacular. It's also from the developer Higueron Resort. It's one of the most successful builders we have on the Costa del Sol, and the project itself is very ambitious. It's super interesting. I think it will be unique on the Costa del Sol, and just to own something there, it's going to give you a lot of value to the investors as well. Average price, we are speaking about around the 700, okay? There are units when they started that they were around the 600, but there are also penthouses with a lot of square meters for 1 point something. So, but most of the units, middle floors, ground floors, they are around the 700, okay? The price per square meter is 3,556 euros per square meter. So it means that we are under the average price of Higueron, which is about 4,000. It's also because the units are so big. There are units with private pools and massive private gardens, so this decreases as well the price per square meter. The quality materials, I give it a 10. Okay, this is a top of the line in every single detail. We are speaking about Miele appliances, we are speaking about double glazed windows from bottom to the ceiling, Hans Grohe in the bathroom. So everything top of the line in quality, in perfect conditions. The location, I give it a 9. Okay. It's true that this site is very close to the hotel, and you are next to the Higueron restaurants. It loses a little bit point because you are too close to the highway, but this location is literally 20 minutes to the airport, 20 minutes to Marbella, easy access. You have the shuttle service to drive you down to the beach. So as itself as a location is quite special. right? But lose this point because of the closeness to the highway. The views, I give it a 10. This is the best view you can have on top of this hill, where you can see sunrises and sunset at this spectacular distant panoramic sea views. In the night as well, it's going to look fantastic because it's you have the Fuengirola city just lower down, and you will see all the lights of the cities and the building, so it's going to look really, really nice. And related to the timing, they just started, they're already moving the land, and there are trucks and there are stuff going on already in the construction. So we expect that as well, that Bilbao was the same construction company who did Bali Collection, will be the exact builder who moved forward to the higher plot and build Waterfall Collection, so everything should be fine. There are construction company already signed, the building license already in place, so everything should be smoothly and without any problem at all. Okay, the construction company, I give it a 10 points as well, so it means that this is one of the most prestigious construction companies we have in Spain. You give it a 10, and it will be exactly the same people who build Bali, so we don't expect any problem at all in this aspect. The customer service is a 10 as well. Higueron is very proudly about that. Okay, they love to take care of their clients. Also, they are really in that location, so these are people who live there as well, so you can always give it a visit because it will be kind of neighbors. So not all the buyers have that guarantee to have someone in your neighborhood which is the one who developed your building. So in Higueron is very popular for the customer service as well. They provide every certain, as long as the construction advances, they provide with drone shots and videos about the project and give you so much feedback, which is, I think, that's why I give it a 10. The capital gain in Higueron is also a 10, right? This specific location and some part of Estepona area are the most interested areas for capital gain because the whole neighborhood is under construction and a great quality construction. So this is one of the top of the line of these reasons to buy, and why I choose this project as the main one right now. And the total points for the Waterfall will be in 68. We'll place it in the first place. Okay, if you're willing to have more information about any of these projects, or if you want to book an online meeting with me, I have all the plans, I have access to all the information about this project, so feel free to contact me with the link in the description, and let's book an online meeting so I can answer all your questions. All right then, take care, have a nice one.